Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Vanguard Zero video. I had to start over from the first chapter to wherever I was when I left off. And I believe that I left off at episode 1. I don't know. All I remember are grade 3s. That's what I remember. But I'm going to start over from the beginning and continue on from there, because that is how I do things around here. Okay, and hold on while I change the chapter. I know that I finished everything, but I had to start over from the beginning because that is how I roll. That is how I roll. Alright, so I'm assuming the first season is 19 chapters. We're going to find out then, aren't we? This is chapter 0. Okay, and ride 1. Alright, let's begin. I know that I've done this again. I've already done this, but I can do it better. Let me prove it. Let me prove it. Although it's just going to... This story has already been cleared. Would you like to view the story? Alright guys, I'm going to say one thing. I already know how to play this game. So I probably shouldn't go through anything that's in tutorial position, because that's just dumb. So let me just view the story. And no movie, no. I don't want Bushy Road suing me. No movies, and none of that shit. I'd get sued or something. Well, probably not sued. I'd probably just get banned. I don't want to get banned, so I'm just going to just do this shit. With countless people around the world playing card games, they've quickly become a part of our daily lives. Is this really the fastest speed? Really? Is there like a feature that I haven't enabled? This is fucking slow. Oh god damn. The F-bombs have already released. They've already been summoned. Card Fight Vanguard is the biggest card game of them all. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. Maybe in this world, but not this one. This game's shutting down, after all. We know which card game rises above the rest. And one card among them all would allow me to meet him again. Okay, Aichi. That's very interesting. I would like to hear your story. You know, about your crush and how that plays out. All of it. Yes, that's definitely a crush. I'm not going to say it's not, because it is. And it's legit. It's just what it is. I completely respect it. What do you want from me, Morikawa? Hey there, Aichi. Why don't you tell me why you... Okay, hold on. Hey there, Aichi. Why didn't you tell me you were a Vanguard fighter? I've never actually used them or anything. I'm not what you think I am. Yeah, whatever. Just show me the card you have hidden in your pocket. No way! It is Blaster Blade! With this, I can finally beat that show off! Oh, let me see. Whoa, cool. Wait a minute, Morikawa. Don't take that away. It was a special gift. You can't take it away from me. Don't push it. You're not a Vanguard fighter anyway. A card this awesome deserves to battle every day. So I'll take it off your hands, buddy. Okay, let's get to card capital. Okay, give it back. That's not yours. You can't. Kai, I challenge you. You talk like a big shot, but I want a rematch to decide who's best in this shop once and for all. Okay, I'm kind of like Aichi here. I had to take a breath. I had to take a moment to regain my breath. Yeah, Morikawa, you think you're the best in this shop? Sure, hold on. We'll see, man. No thanks. There's nothing to be gained from playing you again. So why bother? You won't get anything out of it, huh? Well then, if you beat me, you can have this card. Oh wow, that's Blaster Blade. That's super rare, man. Blaster Blade. Could it be that card? Fine. Oh, it's on then. I relate, IT. I relate. I'm pretty sure that this is the place he mentioned. That's 6 damage, so I win. No way. Let's play again. We're finished here. Hey, heads up, buddy. Blaster Blade. Hey, man, cheer up. You won. Give me my card back. Who's this? Aichi. Morikawa, hand it over. Come on, it means a lot to me. Hey, I don't have it. A missing card. Do you mean that one? Please, give it back. No way. This card belongs to me. Well, can I have it? Sorry, kid. When you lose a card in battle, you've got to fight to get it back. That reminds me of Joey for some reason. Joey, yeah. I should probably stick to Vanguard for these videos. Well then, why don't you fight me for it? Okay, kid, it's a deal. Since this is your first time, I'll explain the rules as we go, okay? Before that, your deck is only complete with Blaster Blade, am I right? Yes, Kai, because we want the rules to be we want IT to play by the rules, don't we? Don't we, Kai? We don't want IT destroying the rules, we don't. That would be an issue for you, wouldn't it, Kai? Yes, that's right. Alright, I'll lend it to you, even though it puts me at a disadvantage. I mean, sure, but he's also following the rules by having that card in his deck. Thank you. Let's start. Stand up!
The Vanguard!
Oh, did I forget to turn off voices? Alright. And they're versing each other. I wonder if I don't get to skip this because it's tutorial shit. Okay, I don't get to skip this. I thought I could, but I can't. I'm only going to explain the rules once, so you'd better listen. Let's start. Right. Now imagine it. Our spirits have just been transported to the surface of a planet similar to Earth called Cray. These are the residents or units on the planet Cray. Call to them and fight. Tips. At the beginning of a fight, 5 cards will be drawn from your hand and this to your hand. Hold on. At the beginning of a fight, 5 cards will be drawn from your deck, and this is your hand. Okay, let's begin. It'll be easier for me to explain if I take the first turn, okay? Okay. Okay, so his Vanguard rides. It's his turn. He levels up to, he rides to grade 1. Alright. With that, I attack. I'm kind of glad they kept this in the tutorial because they didn't have to. Ichi is just like, what? Except you can't attack on your first turn. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, now I can ride. But it's going to force me to ride with a specific card. Alright, I ride it. I suck at riding, apparently. Well, I have to get better then, don't I? Yes, okay. Now the battle phase, the ride phase is finished. And I move on to the battle phase, and I can't call shit because the game just wants me to learn how to play this. I know it's been a while, Vanguard Zero, but I still remember how to play the game. Sort of. I probably still suck at playing it, but that doesn't mean I don't know how to play. Okay, I drive check. And no trigger there. Okay, and Kai damage checks, and that's no trigger. Clear. Alright, and that concludes the card fight tutorial. At least this one. I guess I don't get to skip the tutorial because I'm deciding to do these. Alright then. And that's fine with me. Let's continue. Now, he was just going over how to ride units, and we're continuing from there. He's going to explain calling units next. I'm pretty sure he's going to do that. So my turn is over, and now it's his turn, and he's going to ride to grade 2 because he's not a peasant. Alright, now he's going to call some rear guards to his rear guard spaces. And he attacks. This time I had to take these because this is a mobile application. And he can also use Nihilum to attack as well, but before that... What? Aren't you supposed to drive check? Wait a minute. No, he doesn't drive check. Wait a minute. What? Oh, I see. Yes, my Vanguard's power has increased because he attacked it once. Every time a Vanguard receives damage, its power will increase during the next attack. I think this is just a mobile thing. I don't think this is the case with the main game. This is the damage shield. Alright, now it's not enough for his Vanguard. His attack will not go through unless he draws a trigger. But if we combine... Actually, wait a minute. That's not true. Because it can still boost from the back row. And now, let me explain how the back row works before Kai does it. The back row has units that can boost the front row. The front row cards are the rear guards to the side of the Vanguard. The front row is right here, as I'm showing you with my cursor. Now back here is the back row, which is mainly comprised of grade 1s and grade 0s. We don't want grade 0s. We only want grade 1s and grade 0s back here because they are the only grades that can boost, unless otherwise specified. There are units of higher grades that can boost from the back row, but they have a skill that allows for that. Yes. No, he hasn't lost the will to continue fighting. I was joking. You're really good, but still, this battle is a lot of fun. I always hoped that one day I would get the chance to battle with you. And this is the beginning of his love confession. So then, you're IG Sindo, right? That's right, Kai. Here I go. And I'm going to ride to... Yes, I'm riding Blaster Blade because that's what I... Okay, yeah, I retire those cards. That was a counter blast, by the way, in case anyone has forgotten what a counter blast is. But if you know this video exists, you probably know how this game works, and this is probably not something you need to hear. You probably don't need to hear me go over how this game is played. But I did that in the original batch of videos, so I will do that here as well. And another attack with Blaster Blade. Alright, let's continue. And he just got a draw trigger, which allows him to draw one card. Also, his Vanguard gets 5,000 attack. Wait a minute. Actually, you get to choose which monster gets the attack. You get to choose the unit that gets this power, but right now, only Blaster Blade benefits from it because the other card is resting. When a unit is resting, that means that they are done. They don't do anything else for the rest of the turn. They just sit there until your next turn. When you stand the Vanguards, you stand the Vanguard and you stand your rear guards unless otherwise specified. Yes, unless otherwise specified. There are cards in this game that can prevent your cards from standing. But we'll get to that later. And we're going to ride to grade 3. Actually, no, we're not riding to grade 3. We're not there yet. And we're not at grade 4s either. Yes, there are grade 4s. Okay, and Kai's... Okay. It's about time to show you who I really am. Oh, so are you also going to hint at a future love confession? Well, you're definitely going to be less emotionally expressive about it, aren't you? Okay, Draconic Overlord's ability, which allows him to attack my cards one time each. He only gets to do that if he has enough cards in his damage zone, and only if he can pay the cost for the counter blasts. And he can only do that once per turn, so, you know, he can just withstand himself after he attacks. I believe he can only do that if he attacks a rear guard, then he can withstand. And then, of course, when he attacks the Vanguard, he doesn't withstand anymore. Alright, let me just double check what his cards do. Yeah, when it hits a rear guard, it stands. Okay. I just needed to make sure I understood what that card does. Alright, now, this is tutorial shit. I really got myself into this, didn't I? I thought I could skip the tutorial, but no. Instead, I just touched it. I became trapped in it, just like everyone else. Yes, every player had to go through this at some point. Okay, so this is a critical trigger. This increases the amount of damage that I deal to my opponent, or vice versa. Now, since this is critical 2, Kai will be dealt 2 damage. But, obviously, that also means the card fight is over. Because that was easy mode. That was easy mode, so he lost at 5 damage. I believe in the anime, Kai says that he has lost. I have lost. I remember you now, Aichi Sendo. You are the kid with the scuff marks all over your face. Oh, and by the way, what Kai said, just bullshit on my end, isn't it? I was going to say something that just wasn't true. I thought I was going to spoil things, but I didn't. I was just wrong! I remember you now, Aichi Sendo. You were the kid with the scuff marks all over your face. Yeah, in those days I was getting beaten up so much that I almost didn't want to go to school anymore. Damn, Aichi, you had things so much worse than me. And I got bullied too. I felt like the world around me was collapsing. Man, you're a mess. Did you lose a fight or something? Hey kid, hang on. Here, check it out. I want you to have this. Huh? You've got a really tough warrior in your hands there. Huh? So come on, cheer up already. Try to imagine yourself becoming powerful, like the warrior on that card I just gave you. But I can't. Well, no, not at first, I guess. But if you believe in yourself, then nothing can stand in the way of you getting big and strong, like Blaster Blade. I'll get strong. From now on, that image can be your power. Ever since I got that card, life has been a little better each day. From the moment you gave this to me, I wanted nothing more than to battle you. I even obsessed over picking the cards I would use to build my deck. Yes, I obsess over things too, Aichi. Like card games, for example. I wouldn't be who I am now without Vanguard. Yes, that is actually legitimately true. I'm not joking. I also wouldn't be who I was without the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, which also, it changed a lot for my life, but it didn't change the bullying. It didn't stop the bullying, unfortunately, but it helped me deal with the bullying a bit easier. Bullying was less of a problem for me when I got obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh! As you might imagine, obsessions would help you with. Oh god. But before I could finish building it, you moved away. Yeah. You know, while I was making this deck, I managed to forget all the awful things in the world around me. I have never forgotten anything in the world going on. You know, when I was young, I didn't know the world could be so awful. Until the moment I did learn that things could be very, very awful. Until the moment where I'm just like, oh my god. You know, a lot has happened to me. And I must admit that when Vanguard was released, I was still I was an adult. And Yu-Gi-Oh was, well, it's older than Vanguard, obviously. And maybe that's why this game is shutting down. Because Yu-Gi-Oh has a bigger, well, obviously, Konami probably knows how to manage the card game better than Bushiroad. But I'm actually going to say that it's probably because Bushiroad, you have a lot of card games, don't you? Konami has, like, one major card game to focus on. So that would explain a lot, doesn't it? Not really, not really. But card games really saved my life. I did forget about a lot of things, but not everything. And when I say that, although yesterday was a very strange experience. For like a few seconds, I felt like everything was okay. It was great, except that feeling didn't last because obviously I had to come back to reality. I had to come back to reality and remember all the awful things in the world going on around me. And because this country cannot wait a minute, we better move on. I still can't really picture myself as being any stronger, but the person that showed me how to be happy again was you, Kai. It looks like that was your card after all. They're flirting with each other, guys. They're flirting. You may not think they're flirting, but they are. Hey Kai, thanks a lot. Now a lot changes. A lot changes over the years. And there is no better example than what you will soon witness. However, not right now. I'm going to save that for later because this video is already getting long enough. Alright, now let's continue. Morikawa, what do you want? I was wondering if maybe you and I could have a Vanguard battle sometime. You want to beat me too, huh? No, I'm still really new to Vanguard and I was hoping that you could play me and maybe teach me a couple things. Oh, do you want to learn how bricking works, Saichi? Do you want to know how bricking works? Teach you? Look, I don't want to waste my time teaching a shrimp like you how to swim. I don't think that Aichi needs to learn anything from you, Morikawa. Morikawa, all you're going to do is teach Aichi how to brick. Okay, thanks. Hello again. Hi. Nobody's here. Well, it is still early. Yeah, I guess that must be it. Whoosh. Kai, you're here! Hey there, Aichi. Glad to see you back. Hey, new guy. I was hoping that... Say no more, buddy. How about you play me today? Whoosh. No way! I got dibs on that small fry. Since when? Then me. Thanks for coming down, you guys. These days, the biggest of the trading card games is Cardfight Vanguard. But not in this universe, just another one. I never would have thought that a game could change my life forever. I never thought that either, Aichi. 2 card games saved my life. 2 of them saved my life. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably just saved my personality, but we'll move on. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. The tutorial lengthened things a bit, along with my rambling and me doing the same thing I did with the first batch, but we're going to move on to Chapter 2 in the next video. I mean Chapter 1, because that was actually Chapter 0. Alright, now we're going to proceed soon, so let me just end the video.